Welcome to another edition of World Talks here on TVP World. I'm your host, Benjamin Lee, and please join me and my guests on this next interview. Andrej Babiš ANO party has emerged as the winner in the Czech Parliamentary elections, securing roughly 35% of the vote and now navigating coalition talks with fringe parties. The result is widely seen as a pivot point for Czech foreign and EU policy. Joining us today is Tomáš Zdechovský, a Czech MEP from the European People's Party, to assess what this means for Prague's role in the EU and beyond. Hello and welcome to TVP World.
Good morning to everyone.
So, with ANO's lead but no outright majority, what challenges and compromises do you see that this party will expect in the coalition negotiations going forward?
It's difficult to say right now because the results we know only 8 hours, and I think that it will be very important for Andrej Babiš if he won't stay with democratic parties or he will try to manage his coalition with populists and with fascists, what we are called SPD. SPD is party what is very pro-Russian, what was supported by Russian troll farms, party what has it really rhetoric against Ukraine, against European Union, against NATO, and they claim in the campaign that they want to go out from the NATO and from the European Union. They were calling for a referendum about staying in the NATO and in the European Union, and Andrej Babiš must decide. I think that Andrej Babiš will now play very important game for himself. There is the decision of the court that he stole the money from European budget, and now he will play the game about his immunity. If the court will continue and will decide the final decision about him, or he will stay like prime minister and he will have it for next 4 years, the immunity. Also, it's very important fact also.
All right, you mentioned the SPD party, which is seen within the country as a more kind of radical one. And, well, it didn't actually perform as well as a lot of people have predicted to be. And people are also saying that majority of it has to do with the ANO party absorbing its votes. Do you think that fact will factor into the coalition negotiations? And do you think that's a leverage for or against Babiš when it comes to negotiating with them?
It's quite interesting because SPD party has it now only 9 members, and Andrej Babiš needs 21 members. They have it there. They were mixed with 3 other parties. One is Pro, one is Trikolora, and one is Svobodní, and all these 3 parties has its 2 members, and all these 3 parties has 2 very specific members, what are very controversial, and it will be quite difficult to find the majority with this party. He has it there, the Motorist Party. This is the project of Václav Klaus. It's look like much more stable, but the performance of these parties is only 13 mandate. Also, he is still looking for 8 mandate. And now it's the time for other party. Also, no one know how will react Spolu, if they will be united, because Prime Minister Fiala party project Spolu has its 3 parties. 2 are in EPP, 1 are in ECR. There is Mayor Party. They had it amazing performance around 11%, also more than 20 members, 22 members. And there is Pirates Party with 80 members. And it will take really now a little bit longer time. How will be coalition? Potential coalition, if Andrej Babiš will be not successful, can be the Spolu, Mayor Party, Pirates Party, and Motorist. They will make they can do the coalition, and it's quite interesting that how really Andrej Babiš will manage this situation, because he is in conflict of interest, and President Petr Pavel decided that he will not give him the power if he will not solve his conflict of interest. Also, he is the big taker, or he's the bigger user the European money for his company, and he wants to be the prime minister of the Czechia. Also, it's not possible.
All right, you mentioned the conflict of interest between Babiš and the European Union. Do you think that this might affect how he's going to shape Czech participation in EU policy making going forward?
Yeah, it's for him very important. He was in Liberal Party, but when Liberal Party started him criticized, because it's not only this scandal. He has many scandals in European level. He was part of the Panama Papers. He was using the third company in third countries to clean his money and to buy a chateau in France. He is still in France investigated for the possible frauds of the taxes. Also, he has many scandal, and this is why Viktor Orban and Fico are very close friends, because they have the same problems with European Union. They are misusing the European money, and this is why they are criticized European Union, and they are calling for the reform. Reform means that European Union will never ever control the European money in these countries, and Andrej Babiš wants only to dictate European Union what European Union have to do. He declared yesterday absolutely clearly that he won't stop migration pact. He didn't decide how. He said that he will stop the Green Deal. He never decided how. Also, I think that the European Union, if Andrej Babiš is prime minister, has the third troublemaker in the Central Europe. And it can be very difficult now to find the majority for the support of Ukraine, or for other issues that are very important for the European Union.
Do you think that the necessity of coalition building and arithmetic will somehow be able to rein in some of his more hardline positions, being that there's possibility of the need for a compromise when it comes to actually forming the government?
The former government was very good reacted on the international situation. Andrej Babiš will focus much more for domestic things. Also, he is not interesting to solve any international problems. He doesn't like Volodymyr Zelensky. He doesn't have any preferences to support Ukraine, and many times in the campaign, the people from his party said that they are against any disinformation from Russia. Also, they will open the channels, the Russian propaganda in the Czechia, and I think it's very dangerous. It can be something what can really make the nightmare for European Union and also for NATO. Also, this is what Andrej Babiš make himself unpredictable partner and very difficult for solving the issue to continuation of ammunition initiative or other project. And last things what I would like really say, if he is in coalition with SPD has a clear link with Russia. And SPD will stop many projects on the level of the Czech government, what we are now supporting the Ukraine issue.
Right, so from what I have gathered, the political system within the Czech Republic does build in a lot of check and balances, and the president, Petr Pavel himself, is quite supportive of Ukraine as well. How much power does he have, and how much leverage does he have to kind of present himself as a bulwark against some of the policies of Babiš that might be a little bit more anti-European or perhaps pulling back the support of Ukraine?
Petr Pavel has now key role. Also, I think the historic role of Petr Pavel is now next 3, 4, 5 months coming. And let's see what will be results of negotiation with Andrej Babiš. He met him before the election. He openly speak with him about his conflict of interest, and Petr Pavel has it now right to say who will be established new government. I think that Petr Pavel will respect the election, also give the first chance to Andrej Babiš. And he will be not like Miloš Zeman, give him power for 6, 7 months without any responsibility. I think that Petr Pavel will ask from the beginning who will be in the government and how wants he manage the situation with government and with many projects included ammunition initiative. I think it's his role, and Petr Pavel knows that now he must be very tough, and he will be very tough negotiator with Andrej Babiš, and it will be not easy with Andrej Babiš. Andrej Babiš feel that he is now winner of jackpot, also he can do everything, but the political reality is a little bit other. Also give him 3-4 days to comes back to the reality after his celebration, and let's see what will happen.
Right, like you mentioned, there's a lot going on when it comes to politics, and a lot of promises that Babiš has provided seems relatively challenging, so we'll have to see how that shapes out. But in the meantime, thank you so much for your input and insight. Really appreciate it, and thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for your invitation.
Cheers. And thank you for tuning into this edition of World Talks. For more news, update, and commentary, please stay tuned to TVP World.